Most elderly people think they are clean, but the truth is, they're neglecting three important body parts every day. And what are the consequences? They are more serious than you can imagine. Let me tell you about Eleanor. She was 76, independent, went for a walk every morning, and took pride in her hygiene. But one day, as she was pulling up her socks, she felt a strange itch on her heel. She thought it was just dryness. 2 weeks later, her doctor was treating her for a mild skin infection that had quietly spread from a spot she hadn't cleaned properly in months. What Eleanor doesn't realize, and what most older adults miss, is that aging skin, poorer circulation, and deeper wrinkles on our bodies change the way we need to care for ourselves. The habits we've relied on for decades may no longer be enough. In today's video, I will guide you 3 body parts most people forget to clean, and why neglecting them can silently lead to discomfort, infection, even mobility problems. But it's not just about what can go wrong. It's about regaining comfort and control with simple daily habits that take less than 5 minutes. If you care about your health, your independence, or your dignity, stay with me. And ask yourself, when was the last time you really checked these forgotten parts of your body? This might sound strange, but your feet are aging faster than your face. And no, this isn't just about dry skin, because if you're over 60, there's a silent danger lurking below your ankles, one that could cost you your independence and you wouldn't even feel it coming. Take a look at your feet right now. Are they dry, cracked, a little sore? That might be the first sign of something far worse. And trust me, the story of what happened to my neighbor Hank at age 82, it'll make you think twice the next time you skip checking your heels. Section 1. The hidden shift, the skin. The skin thins, circulation slows, and those natural oils that want your soles soft and supple, they start to vanish. At first, it's subtle, a bit of dryness, a small crack. But for older adults, these small things are open invitations to bacteria, fungal infections, and slow-healing wounds. My neighbor Hank, 82, still drove himself to church every Sunday, sharp as a tack. One winter, he started to limp. Turned out, a fungal infection had crept between his toes. I thought it was just dry skin, he told me. He ended up in the ER, and here's the kicker. He never felt a thing. That's what aging does. Your nerves, especially if you're diabetic or have circulation issues, become less sensitive. You could have a blister, a rash, or even a deep crack and feel nothing at all. Section 2. The silent damage, and what happens to infections you can't feel. They spread, quietly, relentlessly. Mayo Clinic warns, cracked heels are one of the leading causes of skin infections in older adults. And for diabetics, even a minor foot wound could mean hospitalization or worse. But this isn't about fear, it's about power. Because there are simple daily habits that protect your feet and your independence. Section 3. What you can do. Starting tonight, daily checks. Spend 30 seconds each day. Sit down in good light. Use a hand mirror. Look for cracks, swelling, or red patches, especially between your toes. Don't assume it'll go away. Proper washing, warm water, fragrance-free soap. Skip the hot water, it dries you out. Use a soft cloth. Gently clean your soles, sides, and toes. It's not about scrubbing, it's about being thorough. Mindful drying. Use a soft towel. Dry between your toes. If it's hard to reach, a cool blow dryer works wonders. Why? Because leftover moisture, that's a fungal buffet. Here's the twist, most people don't know. Some over-the-counter foot creams can actually worsen fungal infections if used incorrectly. They trap moisture, they feed the fungus. So when Hank finally saw a podiatrist, guess what they found in his cabinet? A heavily scented lotion he'd been using daily between his toes. The very thing that sent the infection into overdrive. How many of us are making the same mistake, thinking we're being healthy? Moisturize but smartly. Heel, sole, and top of your foot need lotion, but never between your toes. That's like inviting bacteria to a party. Shoe smarts. Avoid tight shoes or synthetic socks. Go breathable cotton or moisture-wicking blends. Rotate your footwear. Let shoes dry completely. And if something feels off, pain, swelling, color change, don't wait. Call your doctor. Foot care isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Every infection you prevent, every pain-free step you take, is a step toward freedom. Still with me? If you've ever struggled with foot pain or had a moment where you thought, is this just old age? I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments. Share this with someone who needs it. Let's start a conversation most people ignore until it's too late. Because while our bodies may age, our ability to care for them never has to. Let's talk about two areas nobody likes to mention: your groin and your belly button. They're private, sure, but they're also powerful indicators of your overall health. And if you're over 70, ignoring them could silently sabotage your comfort, sleep, and even your immune system. Sound dramatic? It's not. Because I'm about to tell you a story that starts in a tomato garden and ends in burning pain you never saw coming. When was the last time you really checked these areas, not just rinsed in the shower, but intentionally inspected and cared for them? Your answer might surprise you, but what your body already knows could be more revealing. Section 4, the real message behind these 3 quiet zones. Let's pause here. You've heard about your feet, your foundation. You've heard about your groin, your center of balance and comfort, and now your belly button, a quiet signal post for what's happening beneath the surface. But this message isn't just about cleaning. It's about attention. It's about intention. These are quiet zones of the body, the parts we rarely show, often forget, and frequently neglect. Yet they hold powerful clues. They whisper, something needs your care. After 70, it's easy to feel like parts of your body are failing you. Balance, memory, skin, things shift, things slow, things ache. But here's the truth no one says out loud. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's waiting for you to listen. You don't need complicated routines, expensive creams, or restrictive diets. You need one thing, a moment. One moment a day to pause, breathe, touch, feel. Because when you begin to care for the parts you once overlooked, you reclaim dignity, you rebuild trust, and you send a message to yourself: I still matter. These areas aren't just skin and folds. They are mirrors. Your feet mirror your independence. Your groin mirrors your comfort and self-respect. Your navel mirrors your awareness and detail. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. A dry heel becomes a missed walk. An itchy rash becomes a missed outing. An ignored belly button becomes a deeper neglect of self. But when we care for these places, something magical happens. We move more freely. We sleep more deeply, we smile more often, and most importantly, we start paying attention to the rest of us too. A body well cared for begins to speak louder, clearer, and more confidently. You start noticing when your shoulders hunch. You stretch more. You hydrate because you want to, not because someone told you to. All of it begins with 3 quiet zones that say, I'm still here. Will you look after me? And when you do, you unlock not just hygiene, but healing. Not just maintenance, but meaning. So take a deep breath, place your hand on your belly, press gently where your waistband sits. Notice the warmth, the softness, the space. This is your body, asking nothing more than a little attention. 3 minutes. That's all it takes. 3 minutes that whisper back, I hear you, I see you, I care. And that whisper, it might just be the most powerful medicine of all. Section 5, the feedback loop of self-care. Here's what we've witnessed time and again from the timeless wisdom community. Their feet feel lighter, they walk more, they hurt less, their groin feels cleaner, drier, they sleep deeper, their underarms feel fresher, their energy lifts. This isn't magic, it's the result of small moments of care, small actions that send messages to your nervous system. I'm paying attention, you matter. And it's astonishing how quickly the body responds to kindness. Think about this. How long have you put others first? Your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors, even your pets. But when was the last time you looked at your body and said, you brought me this far, let's keep going together? If no one has told you this lately, let me say it now. You deserve to feel clean, strong, and confident. Not just sometimes, every single day. Because cleanliness isn't vanity, it's dignity. It's owning your comfort. And for many people in their 70s and 80s, especially women, it's also freedom. When we neglect these invisible parts of our body, it's not just our health that suffers, it's our connection to ourselves. We begin to feel disconnected, less at home in our own skin. But when you start a simple routine, wash, dry, notice that connection comes back. You feel steadier, more balanced. You begin making different choices. You eat a little better. You stretch a little more. You laugh more easily. Not because someone told you to, but because you start feeling like yourself again. This is what we call the care loop, where every small act of attention fuels the next. You clean your belly button, you dry between your toes, you change into fresh, soft undergarments, you notice the difference, and you do it again the next day, until these little habits become your quiet revolution. Because self-care doesn't need to be loud, it just needs to be consistent, and it's never too late to begin. Now that we've looked at the physical side of caring for your groin, your belly button, and yes, even your feet, it's time we zoom out and ask a deeper question. What are these areas really trying to tell us? And we've seen what happens when people start paying attention. This cycle of small choices that lead to small improvements that lead to big confidence, that's the care loop, and it's what empowers people to reclaim their comfort. Which brings us to something even more practical, because knowing what to do is powerful, but knowing how to start, that's freedom. Here's a gentle 3-part daily rhythm you can try starting this week. Morning, check your feet as you put on your socks. Notice dryness, soreness, or swelling. Gently rinse or wipe your underarms. Skip the heavy deodorants. Try going without, or use something clean and fragrance-free. Midday, sit down for a moment. Tune into your groin area. If you feel damp, change your clothes. If there's discomfort, apply a bit of powder or barrier cream. Take 5 deep breaths. Focus on your breath. Focus on yourself. Evening, wash your feet before bed, even if it's just with a warm cloth. Dry carefully between your toes, give your shoes a rest, and let your skin breathe. Wipe your navel, dry it completely. Say thank you to your body. Out loud, if you're brave. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. If you miss a day, start again tomorrow. If something feels off, call your doctor. If you feel silly talking to your belly button, know that somewhere, another 72-year-old is smiling at the idea too. We're all learning, we're all trying, and most importantly, we're not alone. This isn't just about feet, groins, or navels. It's about presence, about respect, about a quiet revolution of attention in a world that often rushes past aging bodies. We built timeless wisdom to hold space for that revolution. Not just to inform, but to affirm. Not just to teach, but to listen. So now I'd love to hear from you. Did anything in this video surprise you? What part of your daily routine might you change this week? Or if you've been doing this already, what changes have you noticed in yourself? Let us know in the comments below. Because when we share what works, we don't just help ourselves. We uplift others, quietly, powerfully, together. And maybe, just maybe, you'll forward this video to a friend, a sister, or a neighbor. Someone who needs a gentle reminder. You are worth the effort, every inch of you.